Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight in Axtell, Texas for WrestleBowl, live as part of Hot Pro Wrestling's Hot Pro Wrestling Network. Walker Stewart and James Southern on the broadcast, and folks, Dimitri Alexandrov is getting set for battle as the Russian Bearfighter takes on the current Hot Pro Wrestling champion, T-Ray.
The sworn enemy of bears everywhere, attempting to become the sworn enemy of the HOT roster. If he can walk away with the championship, defeating T-Ray, it's gonna be quite the task for Vladimir Putin's least favorite wrestler.
And now, for the Heart of Texas Championship, your champion.
It's dark and hell is hot. Ain't no sunshine in this song. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine in this song. This song. We gone every time, 'cause we don't wait. I'm turning out the
Folks, the Hot Pro Wrestling Championship, the Heart of Texas title is on the line. The hottest prize in professional wrestling today, T-Ray defends against Dimitri Alexandrov.
Making his way to Axtell tonight, straight out of I Wish You Would, Texas. You've gotta like a man with confidence like that, but you've gotta like Dimitri Alexandrov's chances. Let's throw it down to the so-called doctor, Dr. Proctor.
Championship match. The challenger, now residing in Austin, Texas, 6'3", weighing in at 222 pounds. He is Vladimir Putin's least favorite wrestler. A Bearfighter, Dimitri Alexandrov. And your champion for this main event, I Wish You Would, Texas. From I Wish You Would, Texas, 6 foot tall, weighing in at 250 pounds, the ray of light, T-Ray.
And there it is. That is what these two men are fighting for tonight. The Hot Pro Wrestling Championship. I cannot wait. The bell has sounded. Let's get into it.
The Ray of Light versus the sworn enemy of bears everywhere, and a showing of respect to start things off here. The Hot Pro Wrestling Championship on the line. T-Ray, the current champion. Dimitri Alexandrov, your challenger.
Side headlock applied here by Dimitri Alexandrov. One thing you want to keep note of is T-Ray's a large stature, especially in this matchup and in the divisions here in Hot Pro Wrestling. One of the larger athletes that we have on record. Dimitri Alexandrov, of course, well-versed in many a style in professional wrestling, whether it be hardcore deathmatch or whether it be pure wrestle technical styling. Dimitri Alexandrov can tie it up with the best of them.
We've seen Dimitri Alexandrov in a death match. He uses the Emerald Flosion as his finishing maneuver. Quite the mixed bag, quite the juxtaposition of styles from Dimitri Alexandrov. But T-Ray, the ray of light, the Hot Pro Wrestling champion with the power straight out of I Wish You Would, Texas. Right up the road from LaGrange, around the corner from parts unknown, and about 10 minutes away from wherever he damn well pleases. T-Ray is here to defend the belt tonight in Axtell.
T-Ray is looking to defend this championship valiantly and potentially at the next Hot Pro Wrestling show, if it takes place at I Wish You Would, Texas. He'll be walking in as champion, James, hometown hero.
Might not take place in I Wish You Would, but it could be at Come and Take It Live. Make sure you check HotProWrestling.com, the Hot Pro Wrestling Network. Stay up to date with all upcoming Hot Pro Wrestling shows. Alexandrov here trying to get the best of T-Ray, but T-Ray's fighting.
T-Ray, massive shoulder tackles. Amateur football background on T-Ray. This man he knows exactly how to throw his way around. He did it in professional sports. Now he does so in professional competition against Dimitri Alexandrov.
Built like a linebacker and putting that weight to work. The big man takes Alexandrov down. That's how he claimed that Hot Pro Wrestling title, through using that muscle, through using that strength. Alexandrov getting ready to go for the ride here.
Potentially so. Up and over the overhead belly to belly. And Dimitri Alexandrov, that might have been a little bit of a high angle for him to cover. Only a 2 count, though. This match rolls on. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it is 1 fall to a finish. Pinfalls or submissions will cause the championship to change hands, but you have to acknowledge the champion's advantage.
Alexandrov got lucky there. You saw T-Ray unable to hook that arm, and Alexandrov capitalizing to kick out. Now into the ropes. T-Ray smart, hanging on there. Up and over Alexandrov.
Chop to the chest there of Alexandrov, and then all of a sudden the hip toss there to T-Ray. Off the ropes goes Alexandrov, sliding clothesline into the cover for the Hot Pro Wrestling title. No!
Only a 2. It's going to take a little more than that to keep T-Ray down. The big man is not going into the night easily.
He is going to come.
Alexandrov now up with T-Ray, maintaining that hook and laying T-Ray out flat of his face there after the Fisherman's Buster. Good at maintaining the control by Alexandrov, but T-Ray trying to hook him for that cutter there. Off the ropes. Alexandrov not where he wants to be. T-Ray going for a neck breaker there. Alexandrov fighting it off. Both men going for the kick. Alexandrov catching the leg, dropping the elbow down on T-Ray. The Hot Pro Wrestling champion is reeling now, rolling to the corner. He's trying to create a little bit of separation, Walker, from the Russian Bearfighter.
And that separation is exactly what sets you apart from being a challenger and being a champion. Dimitri Alexandrov out of the corner now. The separation is continuing to be created. Strike to Alexandrov. He gets it. Alexandrov trying a slingshot up and over, but it is unsuccessful. And T-Ray once again finds himself in control. These two men have spilled out to the apron of the ring. Precarious position for everyone. Taking things to new heights are T-Ray and Dimitri Alexandrov. Shot to the chest once again, back and forth. These two men are slugging it out, and it is all for the gold. It is all for the hottest prize in professional wrestling today, the Heart of Texas Wrestling Championship, and a German suplex on the ring apron.
The back and neck of Dimitri Alexandrov, feeling all of the wood and steel coming together at the very edge of the ring there. T-Ray now realizes the control he has over Alexandrov. Alexandrov dropped flat of his head on the apron.
Our official is going to try and keep this one in control. Got to bring this matchup back into the ring. Dimitri Alexandrov especially needs to, if he wants to walk away your new Hot Pro Wrestling champion.
He was eating those forearms from T-Ray, even though they weren't making contact with the side of the head. There's so much force in those forearms, it rocks the entire head and neck of his opponents. Speaking of rocking the head and neck, that thrust kick from T-Ray, the Ray of Light himself, the Hot Pro Wrestling champion. Alexandrov's got to find some bit of separation, some way to regain control. T-Ray prevent himself from hitting the light, or the pole there, excuse me. Alexandrov getting that second win. Now he's back up on the apron.
Trying to take this to another level. Oh, catches him those T-Ray and the overhead belly to belly once again.
On the outside, you see those mats here at ringside, not very thick at all, maybe an eighth or a quarter of an inch thick. Alexandrov down on this hardwood floor. Our referee starting the count, both men down.
In this situation, James, T-Ray, it's incredibly unnecessary for him to have to get back into the middle of the ring. However, Dimitri Alexandrov, if he wants any shot of winning this championship, things have to be brought back in, which they have. The cover now for T-Ray. This could be it for the championship. No.
The valiant champion T-Ray trying to prove he's still going to win it. He could have taken the count out. Perhaps the smarter thing to do would have been to be counted out in this contest, but nonetheless, he valiantly fights on. But that gives Dimitri and Alexandrov a shot at this title as well.
Alexandrov now firing up a little bit, back and forth, colliding between corners. Colossal strikes, the pump kick there from Alexandrov. T-Ray very well could be out on his feet right now.
3 for 3 is Alexandrov. Now he's firing on all cylinders. 2 count there, very, very close, but the champ found a way to kick out. Alexandrov now questioning himself, what does he have to do?
And where does he have to do it? Is tonight the night in Axtell, Texas? Axtell ISD could pay witness to the new Hot Pro Wrestling champion.
If not now, win, Dimitri. And T-Ray is trying to put an end to that attempt here tonight. He's got the step over, toe hold. Now he's trying to stretch the head and neck of Alexandrov back, twerking on the spine.
And the STF applied currently. T-Ray trying to maintain this position, which he holds. Alexandrov just inches away from the bottom rope, and that is his saving grace. Now the arm trapped again in the STF. He has one arm free, inches away.
T-Ray attempting anything to keep Alexandrov away. First the STF, now into the crossface. Now got both arms trapped there. There is no escape for Alexandrov.
And our official, he's saying it, no.
Alexandrov using those feet, the long legs of Dimitri Alexandrov coming into play.
no. Come on, you're here to give up. I heard you said no.
T-Ray seems to be convinced that Dimitri Alexandrov had given up in some capacity, but the official says no, and therefore this matchup does roll on.
You'd have to think after the punishment both of these men have taken, either one could give up at a moment's notice.
Alexandrov, oh, chop to the chest of Alexandrov, meets him back with another one. It is the fighting spirit of both competitors, and it is for the hottest prize in professional wrestling.
Alexandrov going for that rolling elbow there.
Yeah, discus forearm misses though. Hits him one time. T-Ray does not go down though.
He's up and barely phased, delivering a kick of his own is T-Ray.
Discus clotheslines connecting in the center of the ring.
Both men are down. Who is gonna capitalize first in this main event for the Hot Pro Wrestling Championship? Live here on the Hot Pro Wrestling Network, someone has to walk away with the win. Who will it be? Alexandrov to his knees first, but the champion up not long after him.
The Russian Bearfighter back to his feet. T-Ray once again to a vertical base as well. Fireman's carry. This is exactly how he won the Hot Pro Wrestling Championship. No, fights out of it. Alexandrov up in the fireman's carry. And he hits it, the Death Valley driver. We might have a new Hot Pro Wrestling champion. No!
T-Ray has found a way to kick out the Death Valley driver. To me, it's pretty clear, Walker. There is one move left in Dimitri Alexandrov's arsenal. If he wants this Hot Pro Wrestling Championship, he's got to hit the Emerald Flosion.
But he has to get T-Ray into position for the Emerald Flosion, and that is the difficulty. But it looks like that might be what he's looking for here. T-Ray, though, just as we said, difficult maneuver to execute. German suplex out of the full Nelson, the cover, and still no!
That beautiful German suplex, some of the amateur wrestling skills of T-Ray on display. That suplex making sure his shoulders were not down, but Alexandrov's were. You mentioned it before just a few moments ago, Walker. T-Ray is a lot of man to get up for that Emerald Flosion. He's going for it again.
And he hits it. The Emerald Flosion connects. And James, we might have a new Hot Pro Wrestling champion.
The ropes are all that saved T-Ray there. You saw our official at the 2, almost 3 before T-Ray reached out. He made contact with those ropes, breaking up the pinfall. Dimitri Alexandrov has the champ exactly where he wants him. He's got to capitalize now. There is no other time but the present, Alexandrov. You've got to go, Dimitri.
I hate to say it, but this is completely at the fault of Dimitri Alexandrov. Poor ring positioning has cost Dimitri his opportunity at the Hot Pro Wrestling Championship.
And you see, he might have had T-Ray there. T-Ray he's limp. He's unable to make it to his feet. If he wasn't so close to the ropes, that Emerald Flosion might have been all.
You might have seen just the last burst of energy out of T-Ray, but just as I say that, the F5.
And he rolls through. The force of T-Ray bouncing through into the cover.
And
2.
still the champion. How?
We thought it was all over for Alexandrov. T-Ray with the force of that F5. Just sending Alexandrov to the mat. T-Ray has got to be questioning himself. The very move that won him the Hot Pro Wrestling title does not gain the victory tonight. What's he got in mind here?
He's lifting him up. He's going for the super move, if you will, the power bomb. Wait a minute. Catches him with the kick there, drops him square on the back of the head, and he finds himself at a repoint here.
Side suplex there by Alexandrov, dropping T-Ray on the back of his head.
Alexandrov now has to find a way And when there is a will, there is a way, James Southern. Alexandrov catches T-Ray.
Right across the face with the right foot, now up to the top rope. Alexandrov knows he's got to pull everything out to win here in Axtell tonight.
Headbutt there. True exchange, a showcase of passion between both of these men is what we see right now. T-Ray and Dimitri Alexandrov going tit for tat, all for the Hot Pro Wrestling Championship. There's only so much more that you can offer, so much more of your body that you can put on the line and put forth just for an opportunity at this championship.
But both of these men want the Hot Pro Wrestling Championship so bad they're willing to literally kill the other man to do so. Dimitri Alexandrov fighting for his life. You know T-Ray was thinking for that big F5.
And folks, at this point in the matchup, at this stage of the juncture, it is kill or be killed. It is do or die for the Hot Pro Wrestling Championship. Sunset flip powerbomb out of the corner with authority and force. Alexandrov, he's calling for it. T-Ray coming back to his feet. Lifting him up. Sayonara Emerald Flosion, the cover. We have a new Hot Pro Wrestling Champion.
Dimitri Alexandrov finally found the key. That sunset flip powerbomb off the top and the Emerald Flosion combined. We have a new Hot Pro Wrestling Champion, and nobody could have expected this. T-Ray walked in dominant. What is Exodus Prime doing? The cutter on the champion, Exodus Prime. Obviously, he's got a championship contract there in his hands. He's cashing in, Walker.
But this cannot be. Dimitri Alexandrov is the new Hot Pro Wrestling Champion. He's just been put through the ringer.
Not if Exodus Prime has anything to say about it. Cashing in his contract anytime, anywhere, he says right now.
Does Dimitri Alexandrov, does he even have consciousness? T-Ray, though, Exodus Prime is not going to be cashing in that contract anytime soon if T-Ray has anything to say about it.
Now the two former opponents seemingly finding some common ground with Exodus Prime in the middle. Delivering the contract back is Dimitri Alexandrov. Nonetheless, Exodus Prime's intervention and T-Ray taking the title, having no bounds. Still your new Hot Pro Wrestling Champion, the Russian Bearfighter, Vladimir Putin's least favorite wrestler. Dimitri Alexandrov now holds the top gold here in Hot Pro Wrestling.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. I want all the best.
You did so good.
Thank you so much.